Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Hardcore series. This is how the current erupting mechanics for our Volcano project are currently. And it's very loud, it's very noisy, and sometimes it does what I want it to, and others it does not. I'm having trouble actually hearing myself think, to be honest. It is that loud? Wow. But luckily, the wardens don't stay forever. They do, in fact, go away at some stage, and we'll be left with this. Now, I have done some troubleshooting since the last episode because I couldn't get these iron golems to release at the right times, and that there was an issue. So, one of the activating systems for the iron golems was an observer looking at a piece of string, and I have changed that to be a couple of tripwire hooks and a string instead, and that has resulted in this pulse being continuous rather than just a one-tick pulse, which does the original job that I wanted it to originally, so I'm pretty happy there. I've also placed a lot of skulk sensors just beneath the iron golems here, and that, I believe, should make them more annoying to the wardens, like these ones who are quite far away from the wardens who will be on this side. Well, now these wardens will be able to hear them. And I've also removed the calibrated skulk sensors because I feel like the range is just too high. They were picking up wardens that were in the lava up there. And that is actually an issue, because if the warden gets angry with an iron golem that's already up there, it's too late for the warden to be able to do anything, because the iron golem dies before the warden manages to get one of his laser beams off. So I've removed the calibrated skulk sensors because I don't really feel like they were achieving what I wanted them to. But I've got to say, I've got a very cool system in place here now. It does do the job marvelously. The iron golems like to pile up just before the wardens come up. Oh, I can hear them. They're just coming up now. And here they are. No darkness yet. That's a surprise. Ah, there it is. Okay. And the iron golems do take quite a while, due to the timer down there, before they go into the lava itself. And that's just enough time for the wardens to get really angry with them. And they're not laser beaming just yet, but they will do very soon. So now that the iron golems are up here, they will start laser beaming. I've timed it pretty perfectly with this first release. The unfortunate thing is the second release that I've got going on in a few seconds, it doesn't really do what I want it to. The iron golems, wardens just don't get angry with the iron golems that I have down there, or they're not getting aggroed enough anyway, so we just end up with iron golems up here dying before the wardens actually manage to get a hit on them, which isn't ideal, but I don't really know what else I can do about it, really, because the iron golems just die too quickly. Lava is too good as a killing method. What am I supposed to do? Oh, we do still get the occasional laser beam, though. It does still work with the second release, but I don't know how else I would be able to try and fix any of that, to be honest. But now that we have finished working on the mechanics up here, I believe it's time that we can finally get rid of this dirt platform. We don't need this thing anymore. No, it's completely pointless now. I've done all of the work that I feel like I need to up here in regards to the volcano mechanics. Oh god. The wardens are coming up again. Okay. Do not mind me. I shall stand over here, minding my own business. You guys won't be angry with me, will you? Not little old me. Oh my gosh, it's so loud. No. No. This is bad timing. Oh, I can see. So I've actually got a bit of a second release going on here. And that was an attempt to make the wardens angry with the golems that are here before they go up again. And it kind of works, it kind of doesn't. I don't want to add any more items to the timer though, or it'll just be a little bit weird. And they're gone. Excellent. We have a little bit of time again. I think I'm going to leave these amethyst blocks just in case I change my mind and I do want to use the calibrated skulk sensors. But I think we probably will not use them. But for now, I'm happy just leaving them without the skulk sensors on top of them because I don't feel like they were doing what I wanted them to. Oh gosh. Oh, that was a dispenser. I will return shortly, but for now, I am more than happy enough to be away from this place. There we go. Oh. We hear our own heartbeats over there. Where are they? I heard the dispenser fire. Where are the wardens? Oh. Here they are. Look at them go. I've got to see this with the daylight, I think. The Great Warden Migration. I think it would be pretty cool in the day. Oh, you can hear them from so far away, though. Like, I am absolutely nowhere near them. I'm over 100 blocks away, and I can still hear them noticing things. Wow, wardens are noisy. Oh! And there they fall. And with these blocks, that should be all of the dirt. I could be wrong, though. You never know. I can be wrong. Yeah, it definitely looks like I got all the dirt. Awesome. Oh, here they come! The Great Warden Migration! Look at them fly! Oh, that's so cool. Oh, wow. Oh! Down they come! Woo! Oh, that's so cool. That is the best thing I've done by far in this world, I'm fairly certain. And I'm happy to say that we've also been mining again since the last episode. And we've almost finished mining out this entire side, going 1,800 blocks in that direction in a 1x1 tube. And that has resulted in a lot of diamonds so far. In preparation for this episode, I did 6 holes, 3 there, 3 back, which has resulted in a stack, 41, 8, and another stack, almost, and 4. A pretty good diamond haul, if I say so myself. Anyway, we should see just how many diamonds we have here, so let's mine them up. Alrighty then, how many diamond blocks is this gonna be? How many diamonds is it gonna be? We've got... ooh... 6 stacks and 3 diamonds. That's pretty cool, but I must confess, we actually have more, because we actually got some more diamonds while we were digging out the Warden collection system for the iron farm in the last episode. So we've got another 14 diamond ores here. How much is this going to turn out to be? Uh-huh. Okay. So now we are on 6 stacks and 30. That's pretty good. And it all comes down to 46 diamond blocks exactly. I'm definitely happy with that number. Oh, these Endermen are littering down here. We can't have that. Oh, there's so many of them. There's one there, there's 2 there, there's another one there. Jeez. Wow. I've just dug up 8 blocks of grass. If the Enderman could stay out of this hole, that would be great. But alas, they will do no such thing. Okay, we can finish off this pillar at least. I'm glad about that. Oh, and this is a chunky one. Let's see if we can't finish this pillar off as well. Be a lot of progress if we could. So in the diamonds go. Oh, it's not quite going to be enough to finish off this big pillar. But it is a pretty big pillar, to be fair. Ah well, there's always next time. So that means that this side of the volcano looks like this. Pretty good. I like that the pillars are starting to have their own diamond edges as well. I think it looks so awesome. Whoa! My goodness. That was the Great Warden Migration, I think. Wow. I get the impression that they might be able to hear these guys, but I'm not actually too sure. Nah, they should be fine. That's a long way away from this chamber here. Our pet mobs should be totally fine, everyone. Don't worry about them at all. I wouldn't mind seeing them fall back down again, though. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, here they come! Oh! Literally raining wardens. Oh, it's beautiful. But anyway, the plan for this Iron Farm project was to build a giant volcano, and so far we have an interior, we have a gatehouse, and we have another volcanic structure. But what we're missing is the external volcano itself. We've got to fix that. I've done it again. I've got an interior with no exterior. Oh, that is a bad habit of mine. I think I do it because I want to know how much space I've got to work with. And, well, this is what it results in. So, I think if I want to try and get the right shape for this, I'm probably going to need to do a big outline and construct, like, a skeleton of a volcano first. We could start out quite wide. Maybe I should encompass this river as well. I don't know. Oh, look at those. Look at those wardens. So majestic. But eventually we'd increase the inclination so that it's incredibly steep up at the top here, and we'd get our little eruption at the top. We'd have like an ash cloud at the top as well, like exploding out of the top, and a little perch for us to sit on, like we've got at the moment, but a better one, so that we can witness the iron golems dying in the future if we ever want to. So I guess on that note, the best thing for me to do is to start the skeleton. Let's get ourselves some blocks. And I imagine that this skeleton is going to take quite a lot of blocks. So let's grab all of this stone that I've dug out from this mine previously. We're going to need it now. So I guess there's not really much else left for me to do other than to start placing in the blocks for the skeleton of our volcano. I don't really have a shape already in mind for this, so whatever happens, happens. Okay? It might be ugly, it might be hideous. Who knows? I keep getting caught on trees. There's so many in the way. Ah. And I think I'm actually going to make use of the natural terrain here. And we might just skirt around the edge of the water here. I have a feeling it might be a good idea if we just skirt the edge of the biome here. Yeah, certainly make things a little bit easier. In fact, I could even have lava flows going into the water here. That might be a good idea. If we could have this be like a little volcanic cove. I like the sound of that a lot. Alright, so I've constructed myself a bit of a circle, a stone circle surrounding the entirety of where I want the volcano to be. And it is quite big. There is a huge base to this thing. And it goes all the way around here. I've got this little volcanic cove here that I would like to do something with. And then it loops all the way around, following the river. And I think this is going to be a tricky bit. I might have to make this an arch rather than a river itself, or maybe I need to move the river in that direction a little bit. I don't know. But now that we have our circle in place, we can actually start building the skeletal frame itself. So I'm just going to try and be as random as possible. I don't want to be too steep just yet, but I do want it to feel steep. Oh, it's hard to explain. I have no idea how I'm going to make this thing just right. But I've got to say, it's never going to stop making me laugh. Oh, those wardens. We do want to have this slowly ascend into the clouds all the way up there, which is quite high, but I think we've got it in us. So let's see just how well this skeleton turns out. And you might be wondering, Whistler, why are you actually building a skeleton? Why not just build the volcano itself? Well, when you're landscaping with a project this large, well, it's actually easier to build a skeleton, and then you can fill in the sides like one at a time. You don't have to do it all at once. think that's going to have to be the strat that we're going to go for here. And it allows me to make alterations to the skeleton that I've built as well. Like, if I built the entire volcano and then decided I didn't like the shape of it, that would be a lot of work to try and change. Whereas if I do a skeleton of the volcano itself, I can change the shape really quickly, and it's really easy to do as well. It's not going to waste my time doing it or anything like that. I can just get on and do it. I'm trying my best not to build just straight up in a straight line as well. We're going side to side and putting a little bit of randomness in where we're placing the blocks, just so that when we come to actually building the volcano itself, it looks like we've got a naturally formed volcano here. It's not manufactured in any way. I feel like that is the best way to try and build this thing. And I've got to remember to slowly start increasing the steepness of this thing as I go along, so that we actually have a chance of reaching all the way up there. I can't help but notice that we've gone a long way, getting ever closer to the farm itself. But we've still got such a huge height to go. Oh, the wardens are ascending once again. Oh, they are very close now. I'm going to have to go steep from here now, I think. So, we'll just really start ramping it up here. Maybe going 4 or 5 blocks at a time. Oh, they're so loud. They're so noisy. Look at all the iron! Oh my goodness! Oh, that was a flood of iron just then. Wow. I'm a bit scared of getting any closer to this, to be honest. I might just keep going until I find myself hit with darkness. Oh, there they go. Oh, we've got darkness. Oh, that's terrifying. Okay. Please go away. Please go away. Please go away. There we go. Woo! That was terrifying. And here we are. We've reached the farm itself. Pretty good. I will still keep building the volcano up, so I want the cone to be ending a little bit higher up than this farm just here, so that we've got a bit of a pit to fall into. A dramatic pit to view the farm in action as well. Right, I think that's going to do for now. So, let's see how exactly that one skeletal arm looks before we construct the rest of it. Okay, how is this? Is that a good volcano shape? We've got a bit of a weird bump here, but I think I can get over that. I think we can do something with it. Maybe there is a bump there for a reason. I don't know. I don't hate it, though. I think this is fine. I can always change it. That's the beauty of building in skeletons. You can always change it before you commit to the final thing. And now to start work on building the rest of the skeleton. And I don't want everything to just have the same sort of steep gradient to it. So we're going to try and alter it up a little bit so that we can get some flat areas. We could build a structure on there if we wanted to, like we've got our gatehouse on the other side of this internal magma chamber. Where's this phantom? There it is. Hello, sir. Goodbye, sir. And I've got to say, so far, I think this looks to be a pretty cool volcano shape. It's not just a perfectly straight line. So far, I think it's going well. And now for the final part and most difficult part of the volcanic skeleton, and that is the one that has the wardens right next to it. So, it's going to flick that noise machine, and hopefully the wardens will be attracted over there or distracted by the skulk sensors, and they won't notice me placing blocks up there. You don't see me, wardens? You're busy? I am not here. Hello. I'm just going to go right ahead and place these blocks here. You cannot see me at all. I promise you. Is this too steep? This might be too steep. Hang on. Let me just press that there. Yeah, there we go. Just be really dangerous. Really risky. I'm running away. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Oh no. That noise machine did nothing at all. Oh. It is angry with me, right? There's no way it's angry with anything else. Well, the noise machine kind of worked. I feel like it didn't get angry with me immediately. So I'll take that. Okay, it doesn't seem as angry anymore. I think I'll be alright to go back to placing my blocks. Ooh, let's just remove these. Blah, 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 blah. Just trying to shallow... I'm just trying to make the thing as shallow as possible. That was a mistake. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. I just want to make the volcano as shallow as possible in that place, because we don't want to make it too steep. Or we'll miss the top of the cone over there. We'll overshoot it. I mean, this is going to be quite a long volcano going in this direction. The skeletal arms going in every other direction are a lot steeper than what this one's going to be. So I'm just trying to make it a bit of a shallow ascension. Okay. I'm scared. But I'm far enough away from those wardens now that they don't care about me. That's brilliant. Right, okay, I think I've gone far enough without really ascending. So let's start the ascension. Oh, that's only mildly terrifying. And there we go. We have constructed our last piece of the volcanic skeleton. Oh, this is going to be such a cool thing. Right. I've got to see. What does this thing look like now that we have the skeleton in place? Do I have a good shape? Find out in a few seconds. I still can't see very well. Okay. Let's perch from the top of this tree. Yeah. I'm liking that. I've got to mind the top of this part of the magma chamber, so I definitely have to try and stay on top of that. But everything else, I feel, has a really great steep gradient to it. It's not all the same. It sort of winds its way up there. It feels natural, and this makes it feel like it's not just a perfect cone, the fact that it's stretching out in this direction. We could have a second volcano there, although I think that's what the plan is, actually. Why did it have to start raining? What's the view like from over here? Is it a good one? Well, it's complete with spiders, so clearly not a good view. It's also invaded by phantoms. Okay, and a zombie. Get out of here. And another one. Get out of here. I feel like the snow up here. Snowy volcano potential? Ice volcano? Fire and ice right next to each other? Is that something I should do? Maybe. But first things first, we start with this initial volcano. Do creepers go after wardens? I have no idea. Surely not. I hope not. But no. Dude, you are not allowed to creep over me like this. No. This is going to be a landmark in the world for sure. Once I'm done with this thing, the way it just towers straight out of the ground. Could have an ash cloud on top of it too. We've got room for that. Oh, the potential. I'm so excited. Speaking of getting done with the volcano, though, I need to start the actual construction. So I say that we try and finish one of the segments, one of the 8 segments. I've split the volcano into 8 segments with the arms of the skeleton after all, so why don't I work like that? That should work, right? Hey, phantoms, I'm here for a dogfight. Oh, I've missed them. Okay. Where are they going? Got it! Haha! Anyway, I think it's time that we get building. I hope you enjoy that time lapse. Let's build! And welcome back, everyone. We have completed one of the 8 segments going around the volcano here. So we've actually done quite a bit. I've actually been placing blocks for about 12 hours. I've added up the times between all of my different play sessions, and it has come out at about 12 hours just for this one segment, which means that in total, this volcano is going to take me at least 96 hours. In fact, it's probably going to take me well over 100, because 2 of these segments, that one and that one, they're much bigger than the others. Oh, this is turning out to be such a grindy project. But you know what? I'm loving how it's turning out so far. I think we've got a really good gradient going on with the segment that I've built. I've got my cat here. In fact, I've had multiple cats here. And unfortunately, I did accidentally kill some of them. But that's just because of how I was building. I would place down my entire line of blocks, and then I would break them and replace them. I'd get the shape right, and then I'd put the blocks in, like the colours that I'd actually wanted. And then as I would break each block, well, every now and then a cat would teleport in front of my pickaxe. Isn't that right, Jelly? So I am ashamed to admit that I have killed 18 cats. Please forgive me. I promise you, I didn't mean to. They jumped in the way. But cat killing aside, this is actually seriously fun to fly down. If not a bit scary because I'm in hardcore, so I don't really quite fancy going all the way down following the mountain. I'd love to do that though. But I think we can all agree that this looks like a pretty cool volcano, don't you think? Oh, just look at that gradient. So just to go into it with a little bit more detail, I started out with the grass and the coarse dirt and the stone at the bottom here, and we've slowly added some different blocks to the variety. We've got soul sand and soul soil, and we added brown terracotta as well pretty early on, as well as the light grey wool and the andesite. And then we've slowly dropped some of those blocks and transitioned into using cobblestone, and then into tuff as well, and then we're using grey wool instead of light grey wool. And then we've moved on to include deep slate. We've removed the stone slabs at some stage, and then we started using the black wool, as well as the different types of basalt. We've got smooth basalt in there as well, and black stone and black concrete, not just the powder as well. We've got powder and the hardened variant. And then we just kept going up into magma blocks and skulk, and then we started introducing some shroom lights at the top there as well. And I think what we're going for up there is that this is going to be the volcanically active region. So there's going to be stuff spewing out the top there, and that is what has landed on the mountainside just there. And I kind of want this to look like a fresh eruption, so the lower part of this volcano here, this mountainside, is a lot grayer, is greyed and dusted over with age, whereas as you go further up, it goes blacker and blacker from all of the soot and the ash, and then the corruption starts to express itself with the skulk that I've started placing in there. I think this is turning out to be a pretty good first attempt at a volcano. And it's so tall! Look at it go! It goes up to over Y280. I've turned the wardens off. They're not currently going up to the top there, because when I got to around the Y220 mark, I started getting darkness. The darkness effect. And I was just thinking, oh, that's a bit sketchy. Let's just turn the wardens off. So it's probably a good idea. Where on earth have you come from? Shoo. Right, anyway, it is probably a good idea to turn the wardens back on again. I don't think we need to hold out on it anymore. So, to do that, all I need to do is to flick this lever. That will help keep the iron golems back for the wardens to murderize later on. And then, all I need to do is to flick this lever right here. And now we're leaving. Oh, I'm not looking forward to having to spend 100 hours on this project, but I think it's probably going to be worth it. I've just got this image in my mind this huge towering volcano. I've still got room at the top there for the ash cloud. I can't wait for it to be finished. Genuinely. It's going to be so cool. I have to stand a good ways back just to be able to get the entire thing in frame. But I love to see the variety in there, I've got to say. Oh, hang on. Is that a line? That's... Oh, Whistler. How could you? Ah, guys, I have yet to finish building this segment. Some of it is still cobbled deep slate. I didn't swap out the blocks. Ah, let's go do that now. I will show you all what exactly my building strategy was for building the volcano itself. So let's just give ourselves a little bit of a building platform to work with. So my building strategy was quite simple. All I really was doing was placing one block of each type quite a distance apart from each other. I would keep the blacks and the greys together and then the browns together in their own little clumps to make it sort of feel like they were somewhat connected. But doing that and randomly, layer by layer, has resulted in what we have for the volcano so far. So if I was to go ahead and strip out this line of cobbled deep slate, I could place some black concrete powder there, and I could also place some here, and then we could also place some just here, and then I'd simply change blocks. Next we'll use basalt, for example, and we'll put that there. And maybe here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's just put that back. And there would only really be room for placing one of each block each. But that would be enough given the amount of blocks that I had. To work with to stretch from one side of the segment to the other with maybe, I don't know, 3 blocks of each type. It really filled out the space, I've got to say. Let's go ahead and put in some smooth basalt. And then on to our black stone. Oh, the wardens have returned. They are very noisy. But onwards to our black wool. But I do just try to place the blocks as randomly as is connectedly possible, if that is such a phrase. I want it to make sense, but at the same time, I want it to feel chaotic. I think I'm pulling that off here. But now we're done with our blacks and our greys. We can move on. Oh, of course, it started raining, but we can move on to our browns, like the black terracotta. And we'll just sprinkle them in between our blacks and greys here. And then onwards to our soul soil. Oh, I didn't mean to break that. I've done it again. And then finally onto the soul sand. And that results in that really noticeable cobbled deep slate line that we had here being basically completely erased. Like, we've still got certain blocks like these ones here, but it doesn't feel like there's a line there anymore. So now that I've done that, I can just go right ahead and remove the dirt. And there we go. That should hopefully be much better. Let's give it a look from the top of this tree. Okay. Is there a line now? I think the line has gone. Excellent. That's what I like to see. We don't want our volcano to feel manufactured in any way. So I want it to feel natural. Naturally chaotic. And as a naturally chaotic kind of feel, I'm currently wondering if I should spread the odd magma blocks further down. I'm not sure. It just feels like they start a bit abruptly just there, because they do, I guess. Ah well, I'll think about it. But I hope you all enjoyed this episode, everyone, because I sure had a lot of fun building this thing, and it looks so impressive already. Just look at that. Look at how it towers straight out of the ground. Look how bubbly and active it is at the top. Oh, I love it. But I hope you all have a good weekend, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!